Hello! Today we're going to be talking about waste. Upon doing some research, my team and I found out that the average person produces about 4.4 pounds of waste per day, which is an incredible amount for one human to make. On this New Paltz campus, just from the compost alone, we produce 1 ton of waste per day. The questions that we decided to ask are, how do we produce this much waste? Where does it all go? And is there a way that we can reduce this number? So we decided as a team that we were going to explore a zero waste lifestyle, what it means, and how to do it. To start, we decided that we wanted to understand what a zero waste lifestyle is and how to accomplish one. So we visited our friend Shelly, who lives in Cold Spring, New York, who has been living close to a zero waste lifestyle for quite some time now. She gave us more info on what this lifestyle is and how it is accomplished.
My name is Shelly Gilbert. I'm from Los Angeles, and I am a yoga and Pilates teacher. It's my second career, and I have been living zero waste, or attempting to live a zero waste lifestyle for probably 4 to 5 years. 5 years. Zero waste. It's described in different ways, but it consists of certain R's. The first R is refuse. Refuse to bring something into your house that isn't going to be consumed, used to death, or disappear on its own. And then reuse means reuse anything that's brought into your house so you're not creating waste. And then recycle, the last R, which means anything that you bring in your house that you can't reuse or eat or wear out gets recycled and put back into the economy.
Once we got information on what a zero waste lifestyle is, we wanted to know if it was doable on a college campus. So I decided that I was going to live a zero waste lifestyle for a couple days and see how much waste I produced and if it is doable. Before we get into the process, I realized that if I'm going to do all this work, I would like to know where the waste is going and if me living a zero waste lifestyle is actually going to matter. A lot of the times we see that some of the compost, it's all mixed, and do those things actually go to the compost? Do those things actually go to the recycling? If I was doing so much work to produce less waste, then would these efforts just be in vain by everything being thrown out in a landfill anyways? So we decided to talk to Ryan Goodwin, who's a general manager at Sodexo, to learn a little bit more about where the waste is going and if a zero waste lifestyle is possible.
Food waste, pre- and post-consumer waste goes to, we put them in green bins, and then a company called Greenway Carting picks up the compost and brings it to the New Paltz facility that they have, which it then becomes compost itself and then gets donated to local apple orchards, Herds Farm in particular. A lot of this sub-food post-consumer gets mixed streamed. People are not really following the signage that we have on the trash receptacles. So a majority of post-consumer waste has to be put in the trash because it's all mixed in with plastics and various different stuff. All of Hasbrook waste is controlled because there's no trash cans in Hasbrook. So any pre- and post-consumer waste is where we get the majority of it. Gets composted. Donating a ton of compost a day is a problem, a big problem. And that's a systemic problem of just gluttonous eating. You know, you see all this food, I'm going to take it all, and then I'm not going to eat it. It's disgusting. We should theoretically have zero trash. There should be zero things going in the stream. I couldn't think of anything that I sell that would not be recyclable or compostable. All those napkins you can just throw them all in. Those are compostable napkins. Next will be the plasticware, which is, we use a lot of that. Yeah. Compostable packaging is on our radar. It's something we're trying to change slowly to go less plastic, more either paper or compostable products. We can do it. It's just, people complain we're already too expensive. It's what you're willing to pay. It's really, really got to start with the people that are on the meal plans and using the products. If people just care, it took 5 minutes, even my staff, just 5 minutes, it makes a big impact.
Once we had all the info that we needed and wanted, I decided that I would go ahead and try to live a zero waste lifestyle while living on a college campus. The first thing that I could change were my eating habits. Best possible place for me to go is Hasbrook. Hasbrook is completely zero waste, or can be if you do it right. The napkins are compostable, all the plates, cutlery, and cups are reusable, and it's more of a buffet style, so there's no plastic, there's nothing that I would be throwing out. The only problem was that I'm on the 3 plan right now. If you were on the unlimited plan at Hasbrook, you could go there as many times as you wanted. It would be much easier to live zero waste. So hypothetically, as someone who's living zero waste could eat anywhere in the sub, minus Nesters. You can't get the candies, the chips. You couldn't get just anything that's pre-packaged in that way that Sodexo doesn't control. Those aren't recyclable. Other than that though, you could eat at the grill, you could eat at Diego's, you could eat at Pomodoro's, you can eat at Tokyo Sushi, you can eat at NP Pressed and Salad Toss, because all the containers that they're using are recyclable. Once I figured out the food situation, there were other things that I didn't realize were going to be affected that were. The main thing were all my soap products. The soap that I wash my dishes with, what I brush my teeth with, wash my face, everything I shower with, those all come in plastic bottles. So some of those can be recycled, some of them can't. And on top of that, the soap that you're using has to be organic. It can't be harmful to the environment, and not every soap is like that. So when you go to the store to buy soap, you have to make a decision and an effort to invest in soaps and products that are good for the environment, that won't create waste. One of the main problems that I faced while doing a zero waste lifestyle were tissues. My solution to this were the napkins at the eateries on campus. I would take a pocket full of those and just use those, and then compost them the next time I was at a compost bin. Of course, if you're living this lifestyle full out, then I probably would have just used a handkerchief. You just have a bunch of them and you just keep reusing them. At the end of the experience, I came to the conclusion that living a zero waste lifestyle on a college campus is very doable. Once I had all the resources and all the information I needed, I easily was able to make that switch to a zero waste lifestyle. If everyone were to be just slightly more conscientious of what they're doing with their waste, we could definitely reduce how much waste we're producing. But because not everyone is informed of the subject, and because not everyone knows how much waste they're producing, a lot of the times they'll just throw everything into the landfill, or they'll throw things into the compost or recycling bins that aren't supposed to be there. And we just need to spread the word and get it out there that this is something that's simple and that can happen and that everyone can do it. And then hopefully the world will become a more livable place for a longer time.